afternoon, Your Honor. Yes, I can.
All right. Ms. Haddish, good afternoon. Can you see and hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. And Mr. Finley, good afternoon. Can you see and hear me okay?
I can, sir. Thank you.
I have Mr. Myers and Mr. Carter here on behalf of the state. I can see them here. I want to make sure that you can see them and hear them. Mr. Carter, can you just make sure that Ms. Goldberg, Ms. Haddish, and Mr. Finley can see and hear you okay?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Goldberg, could you hear Mr. Carter?
I can.
And Ms. Haddish, could you hear Mr. Carter?
Yes, and he looks different.
All right. And Mr. Finley, could you hear Mr. Carter?
I can, Your Honor.
All right, so before we go forward with this matter, we are on the video, but I do want you to know that everything we say and do is being displayed in the open courtroom, which satisfies the open courtroom requirements. So, Mr. Finley, on behalf of Ms. Haddish, do you consent to the video format of this hearing?
I do, Your Honor.
And Ms. Goldberg, do you consent to the video format of this hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Haddish, do you consent to the video format of this hearing?
Yes.
All right. So let's go forward with this matter. It's my understanding, Ms. Haddish, that you wish to enter into a negotiated plea. Before I can accept the plea, I need to ask you a few questions. Ms. Haddish, this is case 23-SR0070. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Ms. Haddish, joining you here today is Mr. Finley and Ms. Goldberg. Are they your lawyers?
Yeah.
And have they had a chance to talk to you about this case?
Oh, yeah.
And have they had a chance to go over all of your options and all of your rights, including the right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
It's my understanding that you do not want a trial and you wish to enter into a plea, but I still want to go over these rights with you on the record. Okay, Ms. Haddish?
Yes, please.
So, Ms. Haddish, you have the right to a public trial. At your public trial, you could confront and cross-examine anyone who testifies against you. You could testify on your own behalf. You could remain silent. If you did choose to remain silent, that silence could not be held against you. Do you understand that you have all of those rights?
Yes.
Are you going to freely and voluntarily give up those rights to enter into a plea that your lawyers have negotiated on your behalf?
I would like to fuss a little bit, but in order to get out of your hair, because it's been 4 years, and I'd love to take my hair off, I'm going to go ahead and just agree.
All right. Now, you know you have the right to a trial, and we have jurors that are ready to go forward with a trial today if you want to. And I'm only going to do this if you freely and voluntarily agree. Would you like to go forward with a plea today?
Sure, yes.
Are you satisfied with the representation that you have received from your lawyers?
Yes.
There is a document in the file that you have signed, that Mr. Finley has signed, called a plea statement. It had all the rights that you had to waive for me to accept this plea. Do you remember signing a document called a plea statement?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to sign the plea statement, and I am going to incorporate it into the record. According to that plea statement, it's my understanding that you are going to plead guilty to count 1, driving under the influence of less safe alcohol, and the other charge are going to be dropped. Is that your understanding, Ms. Haddish?
Yes.
Again,
But I have some questions.
then here's what I'm going to do. I can create
I have some
a
questions. Drew answered them as best as he could, and I trust Drew. And I trust Marissa, so.
No problem.
They said you on your business, so I believe them.
Okay. Do you need more time to talk to Mr. Finley or Ms. Goldberg?
I want to talk to you, but here we talking, and yeah.
Do you need more time to talk to Mr. Finley and Ms. Goldberg?
No.
Okay. Are you prepared?
That's too expensive. I've already spent so much on this case. It's been 4 years.
Are you
Let's
prepared?
just move forward. Unless you like me, and then I don't mind hanging out some more.
Understood. Are you prepared to go forward with the plea today, Ms. Hatch?
Yes,
All right.
because I know you're tired of it.
Ms. Haddish, I'm going to incorporate again the plea statement into the record. I am going to get a brief factual basis for the state unless there is going to be a stipulation to a factual basis. Mr. Carter?
Yes, Judge, I spoke with Ms. Haddish's attorneys. There'll be a stipulation to a factual basis. And there were just a few things that the state wanted to put on the record. One, that as a part of the negotiated plea, Sergeant saying Ms. Haddish lives in California, she'll be able to report via phone as long as she's in good standing with probation. She has to do 40 hours community service, and I understand that she's not even going to be doing some work with the LA District Attorney's Office, doing some advocacy work. So I think that's a good thing. The state is, as long as there's somebody to attest that she does an equivalent of 40 hours within the state, we'll accept that as her community service. And Judge, in regard to the random drug and alcohol screening, she will be able to take all prescribed medications and drugs within prescribed limits. I believe she's also already completed the victim impact panel, and as long as she shows JCS proof of that, she won't have to do that again.
Thank you very much. Mr. Carter, is the state recommending time served on jail time?
Judge, that's going to be considered time served, so there will be no additional jail time at this time.
Thank you very much. Mr. Finally, Ms. Goldberg, before I hear from you, can we address the factual basis? Would there be a stipulation as a factual basis, or did you want to hear a factual basis from the state? Mr. Finally, and I'll start with you.
Stipulation, Your Honor, we've discussed with counsel at length.
Thank you very much. And before I hear from you and Ms. Goldberg, before I impose a sentence, I just want to let y'all know, I've got a notice of a license suspension. It is the official notice of revocation suspension serviced by court. Mr. Finley, do I have your permission to sign your client's name on this and indicate that I'm not collecting a license, and that license will either be delivered to the clerk's office if she has one, but it's my understanding that it might be lost, and if so, I can do a license surrender after that. What's your preference, Mr. Finley?
That's fine. We talked about it on Friday. She actually physically hasn't had her license in a while.
Okay.
Not that she's lost it. She just physically just mishandled it a while back. So there's nothing to send in right now.
All right. So, Ms. Haddish, you heard Mr. Finley. This is the official notice of the license suspension stating that the privileges to drive in the state of Georgia will have a suspension. With permission, I'm going to put your name on this form and indicate that I'm not collecting a license because you do not have a license to provide, and I'm also, with permission, going to put your name on that form as well. Mr. Finley, does that work for you and Ms. Haddish?
That's wrong.
All right. So
How does that work in the state of California and me getting back and forth to work?
So, Ms. Haddish, I'm going to let you and Mr. Feinland and Ms. Goldberg talk offline about what impact, if any, that will have in California, okay? This is just going to impact the Georgia privileges to drive, okay, ma'am?
Oh, okay, cool. I don't plan on being there no time soon.
So,
You officially moved me out of Georgia, that's for sure. I'm done with y'all.
And Your Honor, for whatever purpose that serves, I'm obviously in Georgia, but in California, you'd also be asking for an affidavit of first conviction in this case.
I will do that, Ms. Goldberg, and to the extent that that will help with a limited permit in California, I will be happy to provide that as well. So before I impose this sentence, I've heard from the state, Mr. Finley, Ms. Goldberg, on behalf of Ms. Hatch.
Before I turn it over to Ms. Goldberg, Your Honor, I will just say that, as the court's well aware, this has been a heavily litigated case, as much as any case such as this. But in like fashion, it has been a record-breaking negotiation regarding resolution with Mr. Carter. As Your Honor knows, we've done multiple Zooms, and I think Mr. Carter and I, for, 9 days now, have been talking at a minimum 2 times a day. And I just want to, and I think the court's well aware of that. And then Ms. Goldberg is going to address some specific issues.
All All right, thank you, Mr. Finley. Ms. Goldberg, on behalf of Ms. Haddish.
So, Your Honor, we're going to be asking the court to accept the plea as negotiated. I just wanted to say a few things about Ms. Haddish. I know Mr. Carter mentioned a little bit about her desire to do charitable work with the LA County District Attorney's Office, but as we told the court previously, she has been committed to charitable work for many years. This is literally what she dedicates outside of her profession, dedicates her life to. She has her own foundation, the She Ready Foundation, and is, personally and professionally dedicated to the plight of foster children, which is often, an area that is really, without focus and incredibly in need. And so she has put a lot of time and finances and effort into that foundation. She also does other things, such as I know she did work with Friendly House in Los Angeles, which is promoting sobriety and rehabilitation. She's also been very vocal publicly about her own journeys and her own sobriety. So, being incredibly proactive, taking this very seriously. And as much as we've litigated some of these legal issues, and I know Ms. Haddish talked about that a few minutes ago, certainly, we still believe that there are some legal issues that existed here. The court knows that. Ms. Haddish knows that. But based on these kind of good faith negotiations over the past, at least past couple of months, we all believe, and Ms. Haddish believes, that this is in her best interest to enter into this plea, maintaining that those issues still exist, but this is the best resolution for the case. So outside of that, Your Honor, there's just a couple of things we would ask. I think Mr. Carter addressed some of those already. The only other thing I think that was left was a request for a status hearing to determine, so she is a very diligent person. I have every belief that she's going to get these conditions done very quickly. If the court would allow a status hearing, perhaps maybe in 6 months, to see if Ms. Haddish has completed all of her conditions. I know the court is not generally inclined to go to terminate probation, but instead to ask for a non-report upon completion of those conditions.
Thank you, Ms. Goldberg. I appreciate it.
Your Honor, if I could just add one thing regarding her domestic work, Your Honor. Your Honor, when I raised 3 kids, but 2 daughters, and 2 of my daughters loved this movie. I can't remember the name. Ms. Haddish probably remembers, about people running for Miss America, and they all say the same thing. What is your dream? World peace. Ms. Haddish is a person that is actually, since her representation, has literally spanned the globe, irrespective of what people's political leanings are. She has traveled the world since we've known her, literally promoting her personal battle against world hunger. She's been boots on the ground in some of the most wild places in the world, and I think it's one thing that she's done tremendous domestic work, but to have the opportunity to really move the dial on our shared experience on this earth, it says everything special about Ms. Haddish, and it's really been an honor to be associated with throughout the course of this case.
I don't miss you too, Drew. I don't miss you too. But we gotta get this done with it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm tired of flying to Georgia from that part.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Finley. Thank you, Ms. Goldberg. And Ms. Haddish, thank you for the work that you have done. This is a plea that is well negotiated. As I look through the plea statement, there are lots of strikes through. It looks like your lawyers and the prosecutors worked very hard on this resolution. And a lot of things for me to take into consideration is the work that you have done with your foundation, the work that you have done to help others, and that is appreciated. And it appears that you have already done some of the things that the state has asked you to do, so thank you for being proactive. I greatly appreciate that. And Ms. Haddish, I will accept the following plea. Count 1, driving under the influence of less safe alcohol. It's a guilty plea. 12 months on probation, 24 hours in jail, but that's called time served, no more jail time. Counts 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are going to be null prost, and that's based on the recommendation from the state. Here are the terms and conditions of your probation. No drugs, no alcohol, you'll be tested, and I think Mr. Finley, Ms. Goldberg, and Mr. Carter have worked out testing provisions. Within 2 months of today, you must complete a substance abuse evaluation, follow up on any treatment. I believe you have already done the victim impact panel. Thank you very much for being proactive. I will give you.
If you need me to do it again, I don't mind, because there's great stories there to be told. That should be shared with the world. Should be a curriculum, I think, for school.
It really is. You are not required to do another one, but of course you can, but thank you for being proactive in doing that. You must complete a DUI school within 4 months, and Ms. Goldberg and Mr. Finley can tell you what impact that will have on your driving privileges in California. And you will have 4 months to complete 40 hours community service, and it's my understanding that Mr. Carter says that you've already been proactive and you've reached out to the LA District Attorney's Office to do some work over there, so thank you very much.
I'm very excited about it. That's why I want to get this done so that can get done. I know it's going to change lives. I'm very excited about it.
I'm excited about that opportunity for you as well. I will also allow you to phone report if the following 2 things are true. Number 1, you're in good standing with probation, and you are an out-of-state resident. As long as that stays true, then you are allowed to phone report. And Ms. Goldberg, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the probation department advise me on a status review. I don't normally do a status, but if they say that Ms. Haddish has done everything and that they are impressed, I've had them come before me and say we would like to advocate for this person to have non-reporting probation. I'll be open-minded to that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. Mr. Carter, Mr. Myers, on behalf of the state, is there anything I missed, anything else we need to do?
Not from the state, Judge.
I believe that Mr. Feinlein and Ms. Goldberg are going to provide contact information. Somebody from probation will contact Ms. Haddish to set up that appointment. Is that correct?
We will, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Goldberg, Mr. Feinlein, anything else that I'm missing?
No, sir.
All right. And I know that it has, again, been well litigated, but I enjoyed working with all of you. I always appreciate when lawyers come very professional and prepared, and the lawyers on both sides did that every time, and I appreciate that. Ms. Haddish, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much, and you have the platform to do a lot of good, and you've been doing good. I hope you continue to do that, and I'll continue to look for seeing you in the movies because my kids love watching your movies. All right? Ms. Haddish,
Okay.
have a great day, and you're welcome back to Georgia anytime. Y'all have a good
No,
day.
I'm never coming back. No more Georgia.
Have a good day.
No more.
Thank you very much.
They know I